All right, thank you. So first of all, I am Jeroen Derwort. I'm chairman of the Dutch Games Association since April this year. And for those of you who don't know me yet, in 2001 I co-founded a game studio in Zoetermeer called Game Basics. And I created a game called Online Soccer Manager, OSM. Anyone know about this game? Ah, that's great, thank you. Well, for those of you who don't know it, it's a football management game. It's very popular, so you can become the manager of your favorite football team. It grew to over 5 million monthly active users and I think 200 million players at least worldwide. But in 2021 I sold that to Miniclip, so it's no longer mine. And I have some other activities currently. It's a fascinating story, but I'm not going to talk about that today. If you want to read about it, I have written a book. It's called Scoren, and I really recommend it. It tells you everything about the studio and how it was built, etc. But okay, what are we going to talk about? The Dutch Game Mentors. It's a new mentor network from the Dutch Games Association. So why this name? Well, Dutch Games Association, Dutch Game Day, Dutch Game Awards, Dutch Game Mentors. I think that makes sense. And after this talk, you will know why it is important for you, how it works, who our mentors are, and how you can apply for a mentor. The idea to start a mentor network actually came from Bertine. I'm not sure if she's in the room right now. I don't see her, but she came up with the idea, and she's also a GGA board member for Indies. And she was inspired by Limit Break, which is a mentor program in the UK. And I instantly liked the idea because I also have experience with NL Groeit, which is an effective mentor network for entrepreneurs in the Netherlands. And I'm also a mentor there, so I did know a bit about that program. In addition to that, there are several key points in my career that I remember that I have had help from a mentor, and this made the success of Game Basics possible. One example is when I started out, I had absolutely no idea how to make money with my game. And Amon Ent, he's the CEO of GamePoint, also a member of the Dutch Game Association, by the way, still around today. He helped me, and if he didn't, I wouldn't be standing here today. It's as simple as that. So when pitching the idea of a mentor network, we found that there is broad support and that it doesn't exist yet. So let's go. Small disclaimer before I go further. Dutch Game Mentors is a new initiative, so we start out simple and we will learn as we go. Now, what is a mentor? A mentor is someone who has been in the trenches, who already lived through the challenges you are facing. Note that this is different from an advisor, who can also be very valuable, but who doesn't necessarily have the actual first-hand experience. And why would you need a mentor? As one of my mentors once told me, you have 3 kinds of people. One category is people who stumble, who fall, and at some point don't get up anymore. Then you have people who stumble, fall a lot of times, and get up every time and learn. I think that is where most of you see yourself, I think. And then there's a third category as well, and I'm not sure if somebody can guess which one that is. It's people who stumble, fall, and they get up, but also learn from others how they have stumbled, fell, and got up, and learn from that. One of the things I learned is that making mistakes is a very good thing, but you don't need to make them all. We want you to be in the third category, of course, so a mentor can help you with this and avoid pitfalls from his or her own experience. And why a mentor network? Well, there's a lot of knowledge available that we want to unlock, especially for those who are underrepresented or less experienced. We basically want to lower the threshold to experience and at the same time make sure that mentors spend their valuable time effectively. People coming up to you all the time asking for something is not that attractive, but if we have a process for that, it also makes it for them more efficient. So for who is it? The Dutch Game Mentors is for studio owners and also for industry professionals. For example, game designers, producers, programmers and sound designers. Also, anyone can benefit from a mentor, even if you are very experienced already. You can still connect to others in the network to broaden your knowledge and to discuss your challenges. Note that it is not for students, because they should get the support they need from the institutions. And if you are a student and you want a mentor, apply after you graduated, or make sure you have such an impressive track record that we can make an exception. And why the DGA? Anyone can start a mentor network, so why should we do it? Well, I think you can see it at this slide. We are one of the best connected organizations in the Dutch game industry, maybe the best connected. And we should be able to get the best mentors and reach out to them and make sure that they, dedicate their time. So, it also aligns with our mission to level up the Dutch game industry. Okay, so what will we do as Dutch game mentors? We will provide access to a network of mentors that we moderate. We do the matching. Matching is based on preference, availability, and experience or skill set. We also provide some guidelines on how to do effective mentoring, although you will find your process with your mentor together. Mentoring is typically a few hours per year, but depending on what you both agree on, it can be more, for example, or a weekly or a monthly call. Okay, so what about the mentors? We have 26 actually at launch. Yesterday someone else also joined, so I'm very happy with that. And I'm very proud of who we managed to sign for the network so far. All of the mentors are experienced studio owners or professionals with more than 8 years of experience. And they are an authority in their field. And we will add more, of course, going forward. If you're interested to become a mentor, you can sign up at the website, or you can let me know after this talk. We still have room for more mentors that are willing to pay it forward. Especially in the professional fields of art, marketing and programming, we would like to add experienced mentors to the network still. So I would really appreciate it if you are in that field and wish to contribute. But okay, who are available so far? So I think it's nice to look at a couple of them, just to give you a sense of what I mean with experienced people that are authorities in their field. So here are some examples. Emily Giacometti, co-founder of Applied Game Studio Flavors, for example. Thomas Sala, who is a solo indie game developer, creator of the Falconeer Bulwark, Falconeer Chronicles. DeLorean Hommers, who is CEO and founder of Studio DeLorean, and last year won the Awesome Achievement Award at the Dutch Game Awards. Rami Ismail, industry ambassador, independent games developer, co-founder of Flambeer. He also has a talk today, so I really recommend that one. And also Dirk de Geus, who is a co-founder, former CEO of Paladin Studios, and also the former chairman of the Dutch Games Association. So I'm really honored also that he is joining. And I think it's a privilege to be mentored by any of them. I think you will agree. So these are the studio owners. But we also have professionals, and you can think of various expertises such as game production, game design, legal matters, development, sound and music. So René Otto, who is one of the leading, or maybe the leading actually, game lawyer in the Netherlands. So if you need any legal advice, he's the guy to go to. Sander van Zanten, composer and audio director with more than 8 years of industry experience. Alex Rietveld, product manager, game designer at Miniclip Nederland with more than 10 years of experience. Jori Kamp, senior game designer, 10 years of experience at Behavior Rotterdam. And of course, Bertine Heuvel, she also is part of the Mentor Network, senior game writer and designer with more than 10 years of experience. So these are just a couple of mentors that you might be paired with. All right, so if you want a mentor, the application process is actually quite simple. You go to the website and fill in the form. It's simple as that. We will do the matching, but of course you can let us know if you have a preference. The mentoring process will start once mentor and mentee have both agreed. So we will also put it in front of the mentor and ask them if they want to mentor you. Of course, it's very important the information that you fill in the form. If you have enough information there for us to make the to make the match. And very important, it's free. So mentors volunteer their time, and for you, it's free to ask for a mentor. All right, I'm really excited about the launch of this program and the line of mentors that we have, and that are willing to spend their time out to help out others. I'm humbled by their commitment to do this on a voluntary basis, and I hope that the Dutch Mentor Network will help to make the Dutch game industry more competitive and more resilient. So go to the website, dutchgamementors.nl, to learn more and find your mentor. Let's level up together.
Okay, so I think it's all very clear, but if there are questions, now is the time. You said it will take like a couple of hours a year, right? So
Yeah.
So how does it work if you have a mentor?
Yeah, so what you will do, you make an appointment for, let's say, quarterly call, or you go to them. In general, the mentee will go to the mentor. And yeah, it's really meant to give you, let's say, some feedback on your situation and your career and how you should advance as a studio owner or as a professional. So it's, but you can also you have a monthly check-in or something like that. But in general, it would be enough to have this just once, let's say, every 3 months. Do a check-in with your mentor, see how things are going. If you have some pointers for you to focus on, I think that is how it works. Yeah.
All right. There's a question here. I won't throw it.
Thank you. Hi. How long does it last for? It's 1 year, or?
Yeah, I think generally 1 year is a good time frame. Of course, you can do it longer. I think it's not very. Maybe it can even be helpful to have one meeting, but yeah, generally you want to have some progress also included. Yeah, so it's up to you.
I'm asking because you said it's not for students, but if I plan to become a student in about a year.
Yeah, I think those are the exceptions that I mentioned. So if you do have already, you know, you are a professional, a game professional, it's for the game professionals, then of course if you are going to study again, so maybe I can also go studying again, and yeah, everybody should study, you know, it's part of life. So it's not that students are excluded by default, but it's more that if you are in school and you're learning to enter the market or enter the professional field, then there's of course your institution that can help you with that. And but if you are already, you know, established more, then you can still ask for a mentor.
I'm in the middle, I guess. I'm starting out as a game designer. I am working on my game, but I'm not an established professional, so I don't know where I sit with this.
Yeah, that's the edge case. So, but I would recommend you to apply, and then we will see what is best. Yeah, it also depends, of course, on the questions you have and the growth that the development you want to make, and if there are mentors maybe interested in mentoring you. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Over there, all right. Gonna throw it anyway, right?
Hi. Do you have already any insights? How do you plan to match mentees and mentors? Like, I'm curious about what process, how does that look like?
What the process is on the behind the scenes, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, we still have to figure that out. It will be first matching will be based on the profiles. So we'll ask a lot of questions. It will take around 10 minutes for you to fill out the form. We also ask a lot of questions for the mentors themselves, so we know a bit what their preference is. And then we will also discuss it internally and then with the mentors themselves. So we have to see if they're available, if they are interested in mentoring the person that asks for mentoring. So there will be a big the deciding factor also, if they are willing to do it. We cannot force them anything, so it's also on the mentor. But we want to make sure that they only get requests that they are actually interested in.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and with that I will. Okay, there's one more question. So if you want to throw it just all the way back there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Final question.
Yes. Hello. Do you have any other criteria which you need to have to be a mentor? Because of course years of experience, but how do you test didactic skills or anything like that?
Yeah, good question. I think the experience is important, and also how do you measure an authority in their field? I think it's deliberate that we didn't put some really bar. Okay, this is when you can be a mentor, and this is when you not can be a mentor, because it's also if people are. They want to share the experience, and they actually have that. Then and we will ask around. Is this person a good? Is a good person to be a mentor, right? And in the end, we will decide yes or no. But I think in most cases, if someone wants to help out, it's already very valuable. So we won't say no unless someone has maybe 2 or 3 years experience themselves and already thinks they are at the top of the world. Okay, then maybe it's time first to wait a bit.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so if you have any more questions, Jeroen will be here all day, right? So, and thank you, Jeroen.